Omaha, y'all don't make some noise for Bud Crawford.
I like to thank everybody.
I just know, the caliber of fighter that Errol is. Just like I know the caliber fighter of Tim. I think both of them have taken a lot of damage in their career so far. But I just think, Errol skill-wise, just edge.
I couldn't think of a better scenario. He's a great fighter. I'm a great fighter. This fight, is happening now. I think it's happening at a great time. Terence is my dancing partner. I feel like we're going to make each other great.
I want to, show everybody that I'm back and I'm better than before.
Terence Crawford recently spoke about his initial impressions after training with Errol Spence Jr. ahead of a highly anticipated clash involving Tim Tszyu. According to Crawford, Spence appears to be in strong form, showing clear sharpness, concentration, and a high level of confidence in camp. He added that Spence seems fully prepared and believes he has the ability to pull off a major upset when fight night arrives.
Great, because we hold each other accountable. Like today, I'm like, man, nah, but he like, man, come on. I'm like, all right, let's go. And those are the moments that is defining in a fight, where those last rounds that your body is telling you no, but your mind is like, let's go. So it all works.
Errol Spence Jr. has been going through an extremely demanding training camp, displaying renewed drive and a strong level of concentration throughout his preparation. He appears determined to shut down the critics and reaffirm his place among boxing's top-tier fighters.
Definitely, a long road to get to this point. Stuff takes time. My dad always say, man, he's so stubborn. Yeah, I'm stubborn, but my stubbornness, that's what got me here.
Errol Spence Jr. views this matchup as a defining moment that could influence the way his entire career is ultimately judged. He sees it as a chance to reestablish himself among the elite and climb back to the very top of the boxing world.
It's an old school fight. This is what my dad used to talk to me about when he used to watch fights 40 years ago, when you had Tommy Hearns and Ray Leonard and all the greats, the four kings, and people adored them because they're really competitive fighters.
Terence Crawford also views this as a major event for the sport of boxing as a whole. He recognizes that a win in this matchup could go a long way in rebuilding Errol Spence Jr.'s standing and quickly push him back into conversations with the elite-level fighters in the division.
This is one of them fights that will be talked about forever.
Errol Spence Jr. has long been recognized for his aggressive pressure style, powerful body attacks, and overall physical dominance. Reports suggest that a significant focus in his current training camp has been placed on refining and enhancing those core strengths once again.
The harder I work, it's going to benefit, my kids, my mother, my father. So I know it's not just me. And that's one of the things I had to realize again once, once the car accident and, certain things happened, and realize that it's not just me, I'm in there, and not just me, I'm fighting for everybody, because everybody's sacrificing their own way.
There you go, control.
And when it gets hard, I'll be like, man, I don't know if I can do this. But then I'll be like, my kids deserve better. Now I'm gonna keep working, I'm gonna keep grinding.
Coaches have stressed that peak physical conditioning will be essential when facing a younger, highly aggressive opponent like Tim Tszyu, who is widely expected to apply non-stop pressure and bring significant power throughout the fight.
It's going to come down to fortitude. He faced a lot of things that shows that he has the mental fortitude and mental toughness. And I think that that's going to play a big role in Errol becoming undisputed champion.
Errol Spence Jr. understands that he can't allow his performance to drop in the later rounds, particularly after spending a long period away from competition. Because of that, endurance and overall fitness have reportedly become a major priority throughout his training camp.
If I didn't train as hard, it's going to dawn on me during fight night. I'm kind of like a worry freak. It's only your fault when somebody exploits you and bring out that weakness that you already knew you had, but you didn't change the results of it. It's better than do it now and not have to worry about your legs getting tired in the fight, because fight too late. I'm doing everything, training hard, sparring hard, running hard.
Training sessions have reportedly been very demanding and carefully planned. Errol Spence Jr.'s camp is said to be replicating the fighting style and tempo of Tim Tszyu by bringing in sparring partners who apply constant forward pressure, throw high-volume combinations, and create close-range exchanges to simulate fight conditions.
Can save you out there. You're on your own. If I miss a tackle, I got someone to get my back. You know, if I drop the ball, someone can pick me up. You know, if Earl drops the ball, that's over. It's over.
While his opponent seeks an edge high above sea level, Spence hunts for his in the searing Texas heat. He knows in the pick'em blockbuster ahead, the smallest of margins could tip the outcome.
It's just a tough, gritty gym. It's old school. If you can get through being in a 100-something degree gym, sparring and training, once you get in front of those bright lights, it's pretty easy for me.
The main objective is to improve timing, sharpen reflex reactions, and enhance defensive awareness, while also getting Errol Spence Jr. more comfortable dealing with real-time pressure in sparring situations.
Addition, he doesn't stop. He sparred like 12 or 13 rounds a day. He's a worker. He understands like what it's going to take to be successful.
That's why he's the best coach in boxing, because he don't try to pamper me. When I look like, he gonna say I look like, I don't care how big you get, ain't nobody get pampered, and he gonna critique me like I'm a grown man. Appreciate you, man.
No doubt.
Real. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
That's how my best coach has been.
Social media people telling you how great you are. You ain't got nobody telling you, hey, tighten up. That's how you fall off. That's how you get up there and draw down.
Errol Spence Jr. feels that his journey in boxing is far from complete. He is determined to show both supporters and critics that a single tough defeat does not overshadow the years of top-level performances and title achievements he has already built. His self-belief appears to come not just from his physical skills, but also from his deep knowledge and understanding of how the sport works at the highest level.
Motto is, you know, I'm the big fish. I'm the shark in the ocean. Put me in there with other sharks. I want my fans to see that I'm facing a real champion, a real fighter who's just as hungry as me, the big fish. If I lose, you know, it would be because he's better than me. It wouldn't be just because I didn't train 100% or I wasn't focused. I feel undestructible, but I just feel like another fighter can't beat.
Terence Crawford stated that he has held respect for Errol Spence Jr. for a long time, going all the way back to Spence's amateur days and his Olympic journey. He explained that before they ever ended up as rivals, he was actually a supporter, closely watching Spence's early progress and appreciating the way he developed through the ranks in boxing.
Spence fan. I'm right. Like, people always thought like they thought I didn't like him and all that. I'm a Spence fan. No, like when we the build up, I'm like, man, hey, let me get your autograph. You know what I mean? Because I watched you come up. I'm older than you, but I watched you, rooted for you when you was in the amateurs, when you was in the Olympics, all that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you came when I fought in Dallas and Arlington. You was there watching me fight. You know what I mean? It's okay to say you a fan. Right. You know what I mean? It's okay. Like, I was a fan of Spence. Like, I'm still a fan. I hope he do well and things like that. But like,
Greg Hackett has observed that Errol Spence Jr. is clearly putting in serious preparation, and he appears mentally locked in, focused on the task ahead while shutting out outside noise and distractions.
I don't know what to expect as far as his eyes. I haven't seen him in the sparring session. I haven't seen him in anything in the gym. I seen him in the gym. I know he's been training, but I haven't seen him. So I can't say, like, his eyes and reflexes, I can't say what they're gonna look like. But I know his mentality is, you know, I got work to do. So, you know what I mean? When Tim Tszyu Tim Tszyu said, well, you didn't even win my hand, you know, I don't got it. Yeah, we get ready to fight. That let me know that Errol Spence is in the right state of mind. He understands he got work to do, pain to put in. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I think Tim Tszyu is looking at it like a lick, like he think Errol.
Greg Hackett suggested that Tim Tszyu should begin the fight with strong aggression, using an active jab and staying focused while avoiding unnecessary distractions or verbal back and forth. He noted that if both fighters engage in open exchanges, either side has the ability to come out on top, but the one who makes better decisions in the ring will hold the clear advantage. Hackett also pointed out that Errol Spence Jr. is unlikely to dominate purely through physical pressure for the entire fight, although he may have periods where he takes control, while Tszyu will also find his own chances to respond and create momentum.
What does Errol have to do to be successful, and then what does Tim have to do to be successful?
Tim got to come out and be aggressive with a jab and not getting caught up in little arguments where they going back and forth with each other. You know, if they sitting there trading back and forth, they either one of them got a shot. But whoever's being a little bit smarter than the other, I think has a chance. I think that's how this fight goes. I don't think Errol Spence just going there and just bully Tim Tszyu. But I think it'll be spots where he could play bully. I don't think Tim Tszyu could go in there and just do what he went to Errol, but it's gonna be spots he can get off. You know, whoever's the smarter fighter wins this fight.
Sean Porter has pushed back against concerns about the sharpness and physical condition of Errol Spence Jr. following his long period away from competition. He explained that Spence hasn't been completely idle during his time out of the ring, but has instead remained mentally engaged with the sport and maintained a strong level of discipline throughout the break. Porter also suggested that Spence used this period to distance himself from negative surroundings, treating the time away as an opportunity for mental and emotional reset. Rather than interpreting the layoff as a decline in ability, Porter sees it as something that could actually enhance Spence's performance, potentially making him more focused and more dangerous upon return. He added that elite-level fighters do not easily lose their fundamental skills, and believes the break may have allowed Spence to recover from years of hard fights, injuries, and personal difficulties.
He's, like he told me, he's been moving, he's been active. It hasn't specifically been boxing, but in his mind, and I'm inclined to agree with him, I've been moving. I've stayed away from the negative vices that I've had, and I've just been with my family. He seems like he's in a good, positive space, and I think that for him, for some of us, this is work. For other people, like some guys really love this thing and can't live without it and all that kind of stuff. I think for Errol, it's like a little blend of both. Like he loves boxing. He loves this aggressive, physical nature of this sport, and on top of that, he get to make money doing it. You know, so I think that when he says, you know, well, when the question's presented to him, why are you here? The answer for him is, I can still do it, and I still like it. So I'm gonna.
Analysts have been examining Errol Spence Jr.'s transition into the 154-pound division, describing it as a significant development in the junior middleweight landscape. They point out that his entry instantly alters the competitive structure of the weight class, particularly with fighters like Keith Thurman and Sebastian Fundora also involved in important matchups that could shape future unification possibilities. According to these assessments, nearly every potential pairing involving Spence, Tim Tszyu, Thurman, and Fundora creates high-stakes, competitive fights rather than one-sided contests. Spence's decision to face a dangerous opponent like Tszyu after a lengthy break is viewed as a clear sign of confidence and strong competitive intent. Overall, the 154-pound division is now being described as one of the most compelling in boxing, with several elite-level bouts capable of reshaping the entire championship picture.
Spence, there's rumors that he's coming back against
Tim Tszyu.
Tim Tszyu, right, exactly. A common opponent, you know. So maybe we'll, even though I think Errol has said, I'm never fighting Keith Thurman, no matter what.
But if that's the case, if Keith Thurman beats Fundora, now you got two belts. There's nowhere else you can go.
Well,
they would have to
obviously
fight each other.
Errol will have to get past Tim Tszyu,
right?
And that can be built not mega fight.
No,
but
I would say that's a mega fight.
You would, yeah.
I would say that's a mega fight.
I think so. What do you think, Caleb?
If they both win with knockouts, Errol Spence wins with a knockout, Keith Thurman wins with a knockout, that's not a mega fight.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe he's speaking to like the fact because of where they're in their careers.
Right.
But at the same time, I mean, I think that's just as an exciting fight as any, regardless of who wins, between the Errol Spence and Tim Tszyu and whether Fundora and Keith Thurman. I mean, out of those four people, there's not really a bad.
Timothy Bradley Jr. has suggested that Tim Tszyu may show signs of vulnerability when he is subjected to prolonged pressure inside the ring. He explained that Tsayu's previous bouts, along with any injuries he has accumulated, could have left behind mental effects that surface in high-intensity exchanges, potentially leading to hesitation or lapses in confidence. Bradley believes these factors could be exploited against a top-level opponent. He then moved into a technical comparison of the matchup, pointing out that Errol Spence Jr. appears to have advantages in both physical strength and overall boxing technique going into the fight.
You think he gonna play with Tim Tszyu? Nah, hell no. Yeah, got the two-tone guts in that bad boy. Yeah, woo-hoo-hoo, trying to tell y'all, he ain't playing with no damn Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu, listen to me. Tim still got some pop on his shots, but damn it, once I see a breaking point in a fighter, shit, that's all I need to see. And I know Spence see it too. Tim Tszyu, he got a breaking point, people. That's the problem with him, okay? He's had some traumatic experiences, not outside the ring, but inside the ring, for sure. When he got that cut on top of his head, all of that, oh man, he be having flashbacks. A headbutt or something, oh yeah, PTSD like a mug. You know, that's what I see. This is what I see with my eyes. This is what I see. I'm just letting y'all know, right? And he get in there with somebody that he far more superior than, then he look like $1 million. He flying on all cylinders. But the minute he get in there with like a Bakaram, Martazaliev, he get knocked out. You know? Knocked the hell out. Spence bigger than...
Timothy Bradley Jr. further explained that Errol Spence Jr.'s physical dimensions, southpaw style, and extensive experience against top-tier opposition all present serious challenges for Tim Tszyu. He highlighted that Spence's ability to manage range, impose steady pressure, and effectively engage from a left-handed stance could create consistent problems for Tszyu over the course of the fight. Bradley also addressed criticism surrounding Spence's inactivity, pushing back on the idea that time away from competition automatically diminishes elite-level ability. In his view, qualities such as ring IQ, composure under pressure, and a proven track record against high-level opponents matter far more than recent fight frequency alone. He added that Spence's long career facing world-class competition has already developed a level of toughness and adaptability that is not easily lost. Bradley concluded that elite fighters typically retain their core skills even after extended layoffs, particularly when they possess both strong amateur foundations and deep professional experience.
He's bigger than him. Spence is willing to punch with him. Yeah, and you know that, man. Tim Tszyu don't move his damn head for nothing in the world. And he got his ass whooped by a southpaw. And Spence is what? A southpaw. Now, I know y'all gonna be like, man, well, it's a lot of inactivity, Tim. A lot of inactivity. When you elite, and you working, and you sacrificing, and you running, and you training, and you weight training, and you doing what you need to do to get ready, you know, the time don't damn matter. Because guess what? The miles are already in it. The experience is already in it. There's a lot of character in this damn car that's being restored. A lot of character in Spence. And the last time he was in the ring, he showed his character. Yeah. So, if y'all want to discount Spence or disqualify his abilities on just inactivity, go ahead. I'm not. Hell no, I'm not. No, I know what type of beast he is. Spence is the damn beast, a future Hall of Famer. And if you didn't know, now you did.
Many analysts suggest that this matchup will likely come down to timing ring experience, and the very different career journeys each fighter has taken to arrive here. Tim Tszyu is widely viewed as a consistent and active competitor, maintaining sharpness through regular fights and staying in a strong competitive rhythm. On the other hand, Errol Spence Jr. enters the discussion with a proven championship background and extensive elite-level experience, while also carrying the added challenge of returning to the ring after a significant layoff.
You know, it's a good little fight for him. Man been out 3 years. Tim Tszyu been active, former world champion. You know, he ain't going to get nobody we don't know. I can't do nothing but salute him, take my hat off for him, and see how he go to work. I think he gonna be fine. He looked like he's in good shape, you know? He ain't look all out of shape. He looked like, you know, he looked good. You know, he looked mentally all there. And, I mean, them little 3 years, like I said, I told him as soon as it happened, I said, okay, he had other stuff going on, you know? Other stuff going on. That was a 5-year accumulation, a lot of stuff he did going through the rigmaroles with Bud, trying to figure out if they was going to fight and building up his reputation and all this stuff. That was a lot. That was a lot. He's been doing this since 2012. That was a lot, you know? So 3 years off, you know, he come in contact with life too. He come in contact with life too. It ain't just about us and what we want to do and what we want to see. He got a life. He in there, you know, so he did right. And I'm glad to see him.
Both fighters enter this matchup carrying different forms of pressure, expectations, and personal storylines that could heavily shape how they perform once the spotlight is on. Boxing analyst Bernie the Boxer has expressed confidence that Errol Spence Jr. will still emerge with the win, even after his extended time away from competition. He pointed out that Spence's strong fundamentals, deep experience, and championship background provide a foundation that does not simply fade due to inactivity. In his opinion, elite-level fighters maintain their core abilities, fight intelligence, and adaptability under pressure even after long breaks from the ring. Although he does acknowledge the potential impact of ring rust, he ultimately places his belief in Spence's proven quality and high-level track record, suggesting that skill and experience will matter more than activity when the opening bell rings on fight night.
I mean, tell me, how do you see the fight playing out?
I expect him to win.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah. I expect him to win. Yes. I think Errol Spence, he can do more than what he's shown. He just don't have to. You know, I think he can do more than what he's shown. He just didn't ever have to. And I expect, like I'm saying, you know, this guy got a lot in him. I think he got a lot in him. He got a lot in him, you know. In them 3 years, he had to come back to all the stuff he had to endure. Like I say, he looked in good shape. You know, he went away. You know, he didn't come out right away. He went, and then he back now. You know, he went to get his mind together. That's tell you something about somebody.
What do you believe will decide this matchup in the end? Tim Tszyu's constant activity and pressure, or Errol Spence Jr.'s experience and fight intelligence after his time away from the ring? Share your thoughts in the comments below.